Hello Nigerians, hello Africans. Once again, this is your boy Dr. 96, aka The Realist. It is my sincere pleasure and wonderful opportunity for coming to here once again to provide an opportunity for us all together as Nigerians and as an Africans who are concerned in the betterment of our great dear country Nigeria to deliberate and ponder on the way forward in Nigeria. So this prompts me to do this short video which I would like to title Why Omoyele Sowore deserve to be Nigerian president. So we all understand the common saying that darkness can never drive out darkness. It takes only light to drive out darkness. Ignorance can never drive out ignorance. It takes only wisdom and knowledge to drive out ignorance. So we Nigerians, we cannot afford to continue to tread the line of ignorance and stupidity which the current set of leaders in Nigeria have consciously subjected us to. So this is the time we should all aspire to tread the line of knowledge, wisdom, prosperity, and development. And the only candidate who stand to lead us in this journey is Omoyele Sowore. After a careful and conscious listening to the campaign of the mega parties in Nigeria, in the likes of PDP and APC, it is now clear and more obvious that the two parties, they cannot take us to our promised land. It is never possible. So we Nigerian, it is dim on us now. It is very compulsory for us to choose wisely in this forthcoming election. As they say, nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. So we cannot continue to be ignorant, and we cannot mortgage our conscience to welcome stupidity. We cannot continue to do this for the sake of our unborn generation. The present set of leaders, they have shown us their limitation. So it is completely stupid to be doing one thing in the same way and expect a different result. This is practically impossible. In order to be a positive and dynamic change, there's supposed to be some level of innovation and a deliberate, determined effort to make things happen the way it should be. PDP and APC, to me, it is common knowledge that they are just two sides of a coin. There's no difference between these two parties, because the same set of people who were in PDP before, they metamorphosized to APC. they cross carpet to APC. One thing that is real is that a chameleon is a chameleon. A snake is a snake. A serpent is a serpent. There is no way you can change the color of serpents and take away the venoms and poison within. So the two parties, APC and PDP, they are poisons to Nigerians. So we should endeavor not to repeat the same mistake of selecting either of these party in this forthcoming election. So Sowore has proved in all capacity that he has all it takes to take us to our promised land. Or what Sowore has said in his manifesto, they are more than possible. I'm not just supporting Sowore. After carefully listening to his manifesto, I am convinced about the veracity of his message, the undiluted truth and accuracy of his message. Though to most Nigerians, most especially the youth, they might not key into this ideology because of the condition in which they met the country. So it is so disheartening that our current set of leaders in Nigeria, they have taken away history from our curriculum. And there's no way one can understand himself and his nature without knowing his history. Nigeria used to be a great country. Nigeria used to be one of the best countries in the world before. And there's possibility of us regaining our lost glory through a visionary and focused leader. So therefore, we cannot compromise our leadership system right now because the world is moving with a very fast velocity. The world is moving at the speed of light, and we cannot continue as a country crawling like a snail and expected to be in the same level with the rest of the developed world. Like in one of the Sowore's manifesto, he said he's going to pay a minimum wages of 100,000 naira. A lot of people say this to be ambiguous, but there is no ambiguity in this. To me, Sowore is even undermining and underestimating the potential of Nigeria as a country to make life more than beautiful for our citizens. If we should go back to the history, exchange rate of naira to dollar, it used to be 75 kobo to $1 in the 70s. That means our naira is more potent and more valuable than dollars. That is the reason no Nigerians, after studying in America, decided to remain in America. The plan and aspiration of all Nigerians who went abroad to study in America then was to complete their study and to come and live a flamboyant lifestyle in Nigeria. The same thing, it used to be 2 pounds, 2 naira to a pounds in those days of glorious Nigeria. So practically, if an average monthly income in most of the European countries, including America, is more than 600,000 Nigerians currency. So what are we not saying? Why is it impossible for Sowore to pay 100,000 naira? It is more than possible. To me, I believe Nigerian can offer more than that for our workers who are strongly contributing effortlessly to the growth of Nigeria. But we allow unscrupulous elements. We allow mendacious people. We allow people who have no conscience to govern the affairs and to coordinate our economy. That is the result of the present hardship being experienced in Nigeria today. So it is fundamental on the Nigerians of middle age to educate the younger generation, the youths, most especially those one in their 20s and early 30s, because this set of Nigerians, they've never witnessed the glorious day in Nigeria. They were not aware of the glorious greatness of Nigeria in the past. So they need to be told to reawaken their consciousness that indeed they are blessed to be in Nigeria. That indeed they are blessed to be a Nigerian. So if we do things rightly, Omoyele can pay more than 100,000 naira. It is more than possible. So there is no ambiguity in this statement. Most of the countries who are doing greatly, who are paying more than 600,000 Nigeria as a minimum wages in the world, they are not as blessed as Nigeria. They don't have even up to 5% of natural resources which God has blessed Nigeria with, and they are making life conducive, convenient, and comfortable for their citizens, and even accommodating migrants from other parts of the world. So we have the potential to do this, but when a blind man is leading, it becomes disastrous to the growth of the nation. So we should all reject what the APC and PDP are projecting today. We've all seen that APC has failed in all ramifications. This is a regime that makes an advocate, a lawyer, to be a power minister, to be a housing minister. It is never done anywhere in the world. A man who is not accurately knowledgeable and informed about his position and his assignments can never give the best. So APC is known to be fixing a square peg in a round hole, and that is why we are here as a poverty capital of the world today. We need to change our narratives as Nigerians. We need to change its status quo. A regime that makes a doctor, a medical doctor, to be the chief lawmakers. We can see how unbalanced things are. So Nigeria is not in a state of equilibrium at all. So Nigeria future is bleaking greatly. So we need to at least make Omoyele Sowore our next president to restore the lost glory of Nigeria. After careful listening to the campaign of APC, the campaign is nothing but a cacophony. It was just a jarring noise, a disturbing noise. They have no direction, they have no purpose, they have no vision, they have no conviction, and they are taking Nigerians to nowhere. So that is the reason we have to reject them. One of their leaders, who is known for his rhetoric statements. We don't need rhetoric statements these days. We need practical solution. We need developmental ideology that conform to the rest of the world who are progressing dynamically. And the PDP on their part, are doing nothing but a complete ostentation of their ill-gotten wealth. They are doing nothing but a show and demonstration of their stolen wealth and the zeal to come and steal more. That is why the presidential aspirants unequivocally stated in a national TV interview that is he not entitled to enrich his friends. I believe Nigerians are not dormant. Nigerians are not fools. We should stop calling ourselves fools. Even these leaders meant us to be a fool. We should tell them that we aren't fools. So what do you expect from such leader? A leader who is already discriminating, isolating and segregating Nigeria, making his friends an acronym to be first priority in his plan. Such leadership represents nothing but an impending doom and poverty of the highest order to Nigerians if selected. Sowore is the only candidate who has met with all the criteria of a quality leader. But APC and PDP, they are manifestation of fake leadership. A fake leader wield power. A fake leader oppress people. A fake leader threaten people. A fake leader manipulate people. A fake leader does not respect the opinion of the people. We have seen, even when the election has not been conducted, APC have been arrogantly showing that they have won the election. That shows their true nature as fake leadership structure. That shows them as a fake leadership party. So we should not compromise our dignity. We should not compromise our progress. We should not fault them. According to Miles Moreau of blessed memory, he said, and I quote, "Leadership is the capacity to influence others through inspiration but not manipulation. And this inspiration is generated by a passion, motivated by a vision, birthed by conviction, and produced by purpose." The only leader, the only candidate who is currently aspiring for leadership, job in Nigeria, for the number one job in Nigeria, who has demonstrated all this quality highlighted in leadership is Omoyele Sowore. He's an inspirational leader. He's passionate about the assignment in which he's about to undertake. He's motivated. He's visionary. He knows where he's going. He knows what to do. And he's convinced. He's not just convinced. His conviction is backed by a purpose. He has a purpose for Nigeria and Nigerians. He has a purpose and a plan of taking Nigeria to the desired level, not the next level, to the greatest height. So we should not allow these manipulators to waste us another 4 years of opportunity of progressive growth in Nigeria. All what Sowore has said, they are practicable, they are achievable, and they could be implemented without any stress. There are a lot of wealth to be generated if we have a focused leader who can look inwardly. Nigeria is not going to be an exception. It has been done before. Some countries of the world who have faced what we are currently experiencing in Nigeria today, who have, through deliberate and conscious and progressive leadership structure, built themselves out of the predicament, and they are now countries to be reckoned with in the world, are there to set example for us. An example is Singapore. Singapore is one of the best countries in the world today. An average Singaporean does not need visa to go to any country of the world. In fact, a Singapore passport can access more than 158 countries in the world without requesting for visa. It takes one man ideology to reposition Singapore. A clear example is Dubai, where our current set of leaders, manipulators, thieves, impostors, mendacious and wicked people, where they are currently investing Nigeria wealth today, where they are buying properties. It takes one man ideology to change the narratives of Dubai. You should not go far. The Chinese were in Nigeria in the 80s and 70s doing all sorts of hard labors to make living. But today, China is borrowing Nigeria. China is giving loan to Nigeria and the rest of Africa. It takes a single man's ideology to change the narratives of China. So if all these countries could reposition their image in the world, we too as Nigeria, with enormous resources and abundant natural resources, with abundant human resources, with best of the weather condition in the world, we can do the same thing. All it takes is for us to elect a focused leader, a leader who knows his left from his right. So Sowore is the only one who possesses this quality. We are tired of all these shenanigans, trickery, deceitful and mischievous ways of APC and PDP. We cannot continue to be like that. We cannot continue to remain in a fixed and stagnated position. Nigeria deserves a change. God has blessed us with everything humanly possible for us to enjoy life and to have life more abundantly, as the Bible said, which is the will of God for us. The two giant parties, they have nothing in their manifesto. Their manifesto is just verbose, wordy, without meaning. They are waver. They are fluctuating. We don't need them. We need leaders who have zeal and commitment and who are honest and sincere enough to restore the glory of Nigeria. Therefore, we need Sowore. To me, the likes of people who are in APC and PDP, they are just seeking power for their own selfish aggrandizement. They are just seeking power for their own selfish, oppressive influence. And we don't need them. We don't need them. We don't need them. We don't need them. Please wake up, Nigerians, most especially the youth, the young ones. I beg you all. Nigeria is a great country. You might not be opportune to witness this, but if there is a right leadership structure implemented in Nigeria, you have a glorious future. You have a glorious future. This is possible. This is achievable through focused leadership. The present set of leaders deliberately and consciously alienate and disconnect Nigerians' youth from history. And if you don't know your history, you don't know your potential, you don't know your glory, you know nothing about yourself, you are a stranger to yourself. Nigeria is a great country, so our youths should embrace positive and dynamic change. They should embrace opportunity. They should embrace progress. They should embrace true leadership. Don't allow them to manipulate your mind with a token. You all deserve more. It's your right. It's your inalienate right. It is your fundamental right as a Nigerian citizen to live a decent life, to live a meaningful life, to live a life befitting and that have respect for humanity. It is your right. We don't need all this boring set of leaders who are currently leading us. They will lead us to nowhere. The Bible says clearly that if a blind lead the blind, the sheep will be perished. So we don't need people who are mentally redundant, who are mentally diminished. We should not allow them to impose dumbest of the dumbest leaders to us. We should not allow them to impose sheep on us. We are already out of the wilderness. We are free Nigerians. We are free generation. So we should take and fight for our freedom with our franchise. We need this. for the sake of posterity, for the sake of unborn generation, for the sake of our image. For how long are we going to remain like this? Nigeria used to be giant of Africa. Nigeria used to be a pace setter in Africa. But today, we have become the mockery of all small countries in Africa. They mock us. They joke about our predicaments. We can change our narratives. We can change our destiny. We can change our future with our own hands. God will not come down to do this to us. God will not come down to do this for us. He has given us the knowledge. He has given us wisdom. So we should harness the resources, the wisdom which God has given us to influence a positive future for ourselves collectively. It is well with Nigeria, and Nigeria is going to be great again, whether the devil like it or not. If you like this message, please share for educating, for awakening the consciousness of our youth. Thank you and God bless you. See you in a better Nigeria.